Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Sitting in for Pinky Webb, I'm Ria Tanwatco Trillo. Today on the program, a veteran lawmaker claims Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte-Carpio will likely run for president in 2022. Some presidential aspirants say they're not affected by the presidential daughter's latest political move. And later, the Commission on Elections says it's about time to regulate the substitution option for candidates. Davao City Councilor and Sara for All Philippines convenor Danilo Dayanghirang and political analyst Jean Franco join us live. The Commission on Elections is bracing for possible withdrawal of candidacies and substitutions as the deadline nears. Voters are awaiting who will change guards, especially with presidential daughter Sara Duterte-Carpio dropping her re-election bid in Davao City. Albay Representative Joey Salcedo believes Sara will follow her father's footsteps. Salcedo, who belongs to the PDP Laban, says he has been in touch with the mayor and he believes the race to Malacanang is the only path for her.
That is the only logical conclusion to all the gyrations in politics inside the administration. And BP is definitely not an option for her. She wanted to run on her terms. That's something. And that shows, I would say, enlightened stubbornness to a goal or unyielding firmness towards a purpose. So she did not yield a single inch. So she's running for president on her own terms.
With rumors surfacing that presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos might slide down to be Sara's vice presidential running mate, Partido Federal ng Pilipinas or PFP Secretary General Thompson Lantion says their party will respect his decision on the national position he will choose to run for. Marcos is the current national chairman of PFP.
At kami naman po, kung ano naman ang magiging desisyon ng ating Pangulo. Pangulo, ibig sabihin, Senator BBM yun. Na aming pagpupulong ng hanay ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas sa San Cotabato, irerespetuhin namin yun. In-endorse po namin siya bigang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
Presidential aspirant and Vice President Leni Robredo says her plans will not change because these are not hinged on whoever they will face in the race. Robredo was in Batangas City yesterday where she met local officials and her supporters.
Even before Senator Kiko and I decided, alam namin na napakalaki yung possibility na mangyayari ito. Tingin ko it can work to our advantage. Dahil mas klaro kung ano yung mga pinaglalaban, ano yung mga paniniwala, sino yung mga magkakampi. Tingin ko pag nangyari ito, yun yung magiging resulta na mas magiging defined yung mga linya.
Another aspirant, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno, says he does not care about Sara Duterte's political moves. He says he would rather focus on listening to people's concerns than dwell on their politics. Moreno was in Bataan where he promised to build an inter-island bridge in the province if elected.
I will let the people decide. Hayaan natin ang taong bayan na magdesisyon. Kasi alam naman ng taong bayan na chinuchubibo ang buhay nila. So, don't underestimate ang kaisipan ng mamamayan.
Let's go straight to the source of the story. Davao City Councilor and Sara All Philippines convenor Danilo Dayanghirang joins us now. Good morning, Danilo. Thanks for joining us.
Magandang umaga, Lia, at sa inyo lahat, magandang umaga.
All right, Danilo, in a Facebook post, you said that you had a long talk with Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte after she withdrew her candidacy the other day. Can you take us back to that moment? What was it like? What were you able to discuss with her?
Well, number one, I'm working with the mayor as councilor, and napansin ko doon sa pag-file niya na talagang pinag-aaralan niya, pinag-iisipan niya. If you remember, the mayor is not really interested of running the presidency. In fact, nag-file na siya ng candidacy niya for mayor. But in spite of that, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung mga yung mga saraol at saka mga volunteers na nakikibakat, nakikiusap sa kanya na kung pwedeng tumakbo siya. Merong mga umiiyak, naghahanda, yung mga buses, to the extent pati yung barko ay nilagyan ng saraol. At lahat ng mga advisors ni Mayor Sara ay sinunod. Kung sinabi niya na walang motorcade, but marami pa rin ang nakikiusap na tumuloy. Nagkaroon ng mga food ministry. Sinunod nila ang gusto ng ating mahal na mayor. So in short, galing sa tao yung gusto. At from the beginning, hindi siya interesado in spite na tumaas yung kanyang survey.
So were you surprised?
Yeah.
Danilo, were you surprised with
What is
her?
that?
Were you surprised with her decision to withdraw her COC as city mayor, or is this something that you were expecting? You saw it coming?
I was surprised. In fact, sa Sara All, we tried to mellow down. I told them, let's follow the instruction of the mayor, the appeal of the mayor to save money. At kung meron mang pera, ibili na lang ng mga pagkain. But in spite of that, ang dami niyang natatanggap ng mga information galing sa mga civil servant, galing sa mga local officials, mga governors, mayors. Not only that, galing mismo sa mga ordinaryong tao. At nakikita natin mismo, naghahanda na sila magprinta ng mga t-shirts, may mga sasakyan na. At talagang determinado dahil sa isip nila, si Mayor Sara lang ang merong winnability. Alam mo, yung pagtakbo ng politika, it does not mean kung ano yung nasa isip mo, mananalo ka ba? Ikaw ba ay yung ginagawa mo for personal? Kay Mayor Sara, napansin natin walang personal dito. Ayaw na nga niya eh. But you know, gusto ng tao, kaya siguro open-minded siya tungkol dito sa running for presidency.
So you're saying it was really the people behind her who pushed her towards this decision and to withdraw her candidacy. Was that, let's say, the straw that broke the camel's back?
Yes, I agree. But again, at the end of the day, until now, we have still up to November 15. And I think the mayor is navigating, trying his best to balance and maybe to come up a win-win solution para sa bansa. Itong kanya, hindi, ang napansin ko sa kanya, Dia, is not a personal matter. Sakripisyo ito sa kanyang level. Kaya ang ugali ni Mayor Sara ay nakikita ko yung pagmamahal sa ating Pilipinas. In fact, I was reminded one time when I mentioned to be politically partisan. Sabi niya, you know, Sir Danny, forget that political color. Regardless of color, everybody is welcome. Let's unite. Dapat magkaisa ng Pilipinas. Masakit na nangyayari sa ating bansa. We should stop quarreling, dividing ourselves. We need to put our acts together for the country. Kaya tinatawag ko siyang healing president. At saka meron siyang motherly instinct. Alam mo yung babae, yun ang nakakalam ng paano to balance everything in a community. So, kaya maraming bilib sa kanya. The more na nagsasalita siya, maraming nakikinig at nire-respeto siya.
So based on your last conversation with her, are you able to tell us where is she now in terms of decision making? I think what you said was she was in the middle of a storm. What storm is this and where is she now?
Well, you can just imagine a big political party are, you know, trying to get in. You have Lakas, you have PDP, you have the family, you have the people of Davao, and you have the Sara All. You know, the Sara All composed of 700 organizations worldwide. The OFW for the past months. Nagkakaroon kami ng mga Zoom meeting almost 4 times a day, morning, hapon. And they are already organized. They are just waiting for Mayor Sara. But we agreed that whatever the decision of Mayor Sara, we will respect. Because we really believe on her credibility. Napakataas ng credibility sa amin ni Mayor Sara. We are really mataas ang high regards ng mga tao sa kanya.
So are we certain?
As of this time, maybe she's still processing, navigating, and trying her best to come up a win-win solution.
All right. So are we certain now that she is running for a national post, whether it is for president or vice president? Are we sure that she is going to run for a national post?
Yeah, the fact that she resigned or she withdraw her candidacy for the mayor, there's no other ways except to go up. And as far as Sara All is concerned, we are one that now or never it should be presidency. As far as the Sara All is concerned, from the beginning, our covenant, their covenant with the mayor is for the presidency. Of course, itong mga political development, wala sa amin yun. Yung mga volunteers, si Sara lang. And sa vice presidency, bahala na kung anong mangyayari. But for us, it is Sara who can lead this country and continue and sustain the work of the president.
Now, there is this video that has been going around. It's a video of Mayor Sara crying together with City Hall employees. Were you there when this happened? What exactly is happening here? What is all this emotion about?
Alam mo, when we are talking among ourselves, dalawa lang kami, teary-eyed kami pareho. But the common denominator na nakita namin ay we are here in public service and we are willing to sacrifice. Pagbaba niya, inabangan siya ng mga empleyado. You know, the mayor, mahal masyado yan dito sa Davao. Kasi very motherly ito at saka down-to-earth na tao. Very simple. If you notice, naglalakad siya, nag-iisa. When she went to Cebu, wala siya kasama. Sa opisina niya, minsan siya lang nag-work doon. Nagbabasa lahat ng mga records. So, she's very close to us in Davao City and very close to our employees. Kasi yung pagka-motherly instinct niya. Motherly and very tough leader also.
So parang may personal relationship talaga siya with all the employees. But, some people may think that Mayor Sara is just repeating the strategy of her father and what he did in 2016. It's almost like she's following a script. How do you respond to that? And what some people are saying was that, this was actually planned all along anyway.
That is not true. The Dutertes, if you remember, I worked with the president. He is my mayor long time ago in the city of Davao. Nung mayor siya, he never, I'm referring to President Rudy Duterte, hindi yan pupunta sa Malacanang. Hindi yan nagpapakita sa tao, nagtatrabaho dito sa lungsod ng Davao. Generally, the Dutertes are very low profile, including Mayor Sara. If you notice, seldom si Mayor Sara magsalita. Hindi nakikita sa media, hindi very visible. In fact, nagtatago if possible. But when it comes of duty and public interest, like President Duterte and Mayor Sara, they're willing to step forward para sa ating bansa. So this is not scripted. Mayor Sara is definitely different from the father. They have their own strategy, except both of them are lawyers. Both of them are lawyers and very tough. And they have a big heart to the people.
What do you think is the difference between them, the father and daughter Duterte?
Well, number one, as far as Mayor Sara is concerned, alam mo, babae siya. Si President, he has meron siyang warrior characteristic, si PRD. Si Mayor Sara, tahimik, but result-oriented, the same with the father. But generally, yung mga Duterte tahimik yan. They have a very close family. Mayor Sara is mahal ng mga kapatid yan. Even the president, tahimik lang yan sila. But when it comes to national policy, political policy, policy direction, minsan naiiba yung approach. But as far as the family is concerned, we are very close.
All right, Danilo, can you share with us, let's take a short break and I will ask you that question again later. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Davao City Councilor and Sara All Philippines co-convenor Danilo Dayanghirang. Sir, welcome back to the show. Before the break, I was about to ask you, can you tell us ano ho ang exact words ni Mayor Sara sa'yo regarding her plans that time you met with her after she withdrew her candidacy?
Well, nung nag-usap kami after withdrawing, sabi niya, for the meantime, Sir Danny, dito lang muna ako. But I'm in the, parang nasa gitna siya ng storm. Parang malaki na unos na she's trying to navigate between the pressure of the people with the different big political parties and of course the political development. So if you are in the shoes of Mayor Sara, you can just imagine that you filed already your candidacy for the mayor, and here is the people who does not stop calling her to run because naniniwala sila na siya lang yung merong, as of this time, walang issue sa kanya eh. At saka very winnable. For the fourth surveys, parating nagtatap siya sa survey. Yung sinabi niya, nung umalis ng Davao or nung nag-usap Councilor, dito na ako, I am at the midst of the storm, sabi niya.
Okay, now
Parang nasa gitna siya ng bagyo.
Your group, Sara All Philippines, is pushing her to run for president. That is clear. You want her in the highest post in the land. But what if she decides to run for VP instead?
Well, the general rule, as far as we agreed, our covenant, we work hard voluntarily. Nagkaroon kami ng series of Zoom meeting, Europe, gabi, araw, is only for Sara. Because we believe for Sara to be, she will be a good president. Now, the next question, what will happen if she will slide down to vice presidency? Generally, we are not, we are really against for her to run for the vice president. The vice president, ispertar ka lang dyan eh. You just, wala kang magagawa dyan. Then pangalawa, sa aming tingin, mas siya pinaka-the best na candidate. Lawyer, walang issue, babae, at merong result ang ginagawa niya dito sa Davao. Do you know, our vaccination in Davao, our population is 1.6 million. Almost 1 million na kami. Meron siyang mga modeling. Lahat ng councilors binigyan ng assignment. Very brilliant ito si Mayor Sara, to be honest, all of you. Very brilliant and very calm.
Your group, Danilo, Sara All Philippines, can you tell us a bit more about it? How big is this group right now?
Well, presently, based on our records, we are around 700 groups worldwide. We have OFW in Europe, based in Germany, based in Italy, marami Pilipino doon. In Hong Kong, we are very strong. Of course, dito sa ASEAN area, Middle East. And dito sa baba, alam mo itong Sara All Group, ito yung mga kasama nung 2016. I would say around 90% are still there during the time of President Rudy Duterte. Then after that, the President has a good performance. Napakaganda ng performance ni President Duterte. You in Manila, if you coming here from Davao, pag nasa EDSA kami, nasa Quezon City na kami, in a very few minutes from the airport. Wala na yung laglag bala. So, comfortably lahat. So, lahat ito ay still stayed with the President. Then 2019 group, plus 2021. So ito ay compounded number of people supporting the Dutertes. Very successful yung insurgency problem. Very successful yung secessionist solution ng ating mahal na presidente. Ang question ito, who will continue this?
Right. Speaking of support for the Dutertes, is a Duterte scenario ideal for you if the president were to run for vice president, his daughter to run as president?
We will accept that. Kasi tested na itong dalawa eh. Nasa genes nila. They are result-oriented in a matter of 6 years, 5 years. Ang daming nagawa na tulay. At marami pang dapat gagawin. Ang takot namin dito, pag nawala na itong mga Dutertes at hindi na si Sara or wala si Presidente, ano mangyayari sa Pilipinas? Babalik yung mga statsin, babalik yung drugs. But here, Mayor Sara is determined to put all these things into order.
Okay, one last question before I need to take another break. Leading up to the October 8th deadline, Sara Duterte was very clear that she wanted to run for re-election as mayor. She wrote about it, she spoke about it, and then now we have this withdrawal. How do you think that affects her credibility?
Wala naman. Because, in politics, it's open-ended. What is important is public interest and general welfare. Kung wala lang mga taong nananawagan sa kanya na Sara, you run, Sara all, including local officials, palagay ko si Mayor Sara komportable na dito sa Davao. Ang iniisip lang niya yung bansa at naniniwala siya na itong mga tao nito, hindi galing ito sa mga politician, these are ordinary people. Do you know, nung nag-withdraw si Mayor Sara, ang daming umiyak, ang daming masaya. So we are still hoping that she will decide and run for the president. And there's no other way except to go up. And to go up, as far as we are concerned, is the presidency.
All right, we will have to wait and see what unfolds in the next few days. Thank you very much, Sara, All Philippines co-convenor Danilo Dayanghirang. Coming up, the presidential and vice presidential race heats up as the substitution deadline nears. Political analyst Jean Franco will be with us after the break.